Welcome. This is your 15-minute neck and shoulder routine. This can be performed seated or standing, and you have the option to use a towel as a prop. We're going to start off by just releasing the jaw. So you're going to take 2 fingers and place them just at the top of the jawline, and you're going to feel around for a little ball of tissue, your jaw muscle, that will be sitting there. All right, if you're struggling to find this, what you're going to do is you're going to clench the teeth, and as you do this, these little muscles should become quite apparent. Once you've found them, you're just massaging them gently with small circles. All right, it really helps to relax the entire face as you do this and to not be talking much. So ignore me, just release through this jaw. Couple deep breaths. I'm going to be here for a few more seconds, just allowing the entire face to soften. Good. For 3, 2, and 1. Great. From there, just relax those arms down to the side. And we're going to roll those shoulders back a few times. 2, and 1. We're going to take it into a head tilt. So just allowing the right ear to find the right shoulder and coming over to the other side. Focusing on that lovely soft feeling we have found in the face. All right, so prevent going back into a clenched jaw or a frown if possible. One more time to either side. And taking it over. And relax. Okay, we're going to take that into some shoulder rolls. So rolling the shoulder, and you want the roll to get bigger and bigger. So we're really exploring the range of motion that we have within that shoulder joint. And then what we're going to do is just bring the fingertips to the shoulder, and it's like our elbows are now drawing a big circle. Okay? If doing both at the same time feels a little bit aggressive, then feel free to just work with one at a time. When you do one at a time, it adds a lovely bit of rotation into the upper body, which might just feel a little bit easier to manage right now. And then when you're ready, you're going to take it into a straight arm motion. So a little bit like doing backstroke in a pool, and allowing again that body to just move with the rotation for 3, 2, and 1. Very good. From there, we're going to work one arm at a time. And what we're trying to do here is really move through the shoulder joint itself. So I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to push it out to the side, making sure my fingertips are facing down to the floor. As that's happening, my left shoulder is rolling forwards and my spine is folding forward a little bit. This is totally fine. I'm then going to unfold that, palm is up to the ceiling, and all of a sudden my chest is opened, my shoulder has rolled back. We're going to go for that again, pushing away, rotating that shoulder forwards, and then sitting up, unfolding it. We're going to go for 2 more on this side. Pressing away, allowing that shoulder to come forward and opening up. And again, pressing away and opening up. Bringing that arm down, just taking a second to reset. We're going to go for the other side. All right? So we're pushing away, fingertips face the floor. Shoulder has rolled closed forward. Unfold the arm, palm is up to the ceiling, shoulder has opened, chest is broad, and I'm sitting up tall. Go for a big exhale as we push out, and inhale as we come back up. That's going to help the positioning of the spine. And up. If you feel like you're really bending forward in this position, don't worry about it. Just let the spine react to the arm. Last one, pressing away, allowing the shoulder to roll forward and coming back up. Relaxing the hands down. Good. Let's interlace the hands behind the head and find a tall position. So I'm going to dip the chin ever so slightly and drive the head back into the hands, finding a bit of activation into the neck. I'm going to hold this pressure for 3, for 2, for 1, and then I'm just going to slump the position down, just allowing the elbows to relax. We're going to do that again, growing nice and tall. We're going to press the head into the fingertips. We're going to find that activation through the neck and the upper back for 3, for 2, for 1, and relaxing it down, softening. Good. From here, we're going to find rotations. Now, if you are seated, you're going to be using your thigh and the back of the chair to find this rotation. If you're standing, you're going to be using the top of your hip and your lower back to find this rotation, looking over the shoulder for 3, 2, 1, and changing over. So one hand is on the lower body, one hand is either grabbing for the chair or pressed against your lower back, and you're finding this rotation for 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take that back to the first side. You really want to make sure your eye line is guiding the rotation, okay? It's very difficult for me to rotate my body if I'm still looking forward, okay? Take that head with you. 3, 2, and 1. Over to the other side. Finding that rotation, leading with the eye line, using the pressure from your hands into either your leg or the chair to help you get round for 3, 2, and 1, coming back into the center. Now, we're going to take this into a bent over row movement. So if you're seated, I want to encourage you to move to the front of your chair so your feet are nice and solid onto the floor. And if you're standing, you're just going to stand and find a slight hinge. So my spine is straight, but I've hinged over slightly. This is just to give me a little bit of space to move. Those arms are lengthened in front of me, and they want to run in line with the shoulder and the chest. From here, I'm going to row those elbows back, opening the chest, squeezing through the shoulder blades as much as possible, and then bringing it back down. Now, it helps for me to pretend like I'm grabbing onto something and then driving those elbows back and releasing it as I come forward. We want to find this bent over row movement, opening up the chest, okay, squeezing the shoulder blades towards one another, driving the elbows back, and we're aiming for anything between 12 to 20 repetitions, okay? So you will feel that the back is working quite hard to maintain this position. That is good, okay? The stronger our back is, the more our shoulders can just relax and hang out and do their jobs. So really cracking open that chest every time we row back. We've got about 3 more repetitions here. 3, 2, last one, squeezing those elbows back, opening up the chest, holding it here for 4, 3, 2, 1, releasing those hands, sit back up and take a second to just slump and relax. Very good. We are now going to set up for an overhead row. So keeping to the front of your chair if you're seated, standing up nice and tall if you're standing, we're going to bring those arms above the head and my palms are facing forward, okay? So they're facing where I am looking. From here, I'm going to do the same movement with my hands as if I'm grabbing something and pulling those elbows down into the side of the waist and back up. So we're going for full range pull down and up. As I drive these elbows down, I'm thinking of opening up the chest. I'm thinking of squeezing the shoulder blades towards one another. I should feel quite a bit of activity in this position and then opening up. Very good. So again, moving through about 15 to 20 repetitions, really grabbing and squeezing down. Don't worry too much about speed. It's not that important. Very good. And this whole time, my spine is working really hard to keep me nice and upright. We're going to go for 5 more in this movement. 5, growing nice and tall, squeezing those elbows into the waist. Last 2, last 1, bringing it in and relax. All right. From here, you're going to grab your towel and we're going to look at some straight arm scapular mobilizations. All right, so the reason we're holding the towel is to help us understand where our arms are in space. So you're going to grab onto that towel about as wide as your shoulders, and you're going to hold the arms out in front of you. Be careful not to have them too high or too low. You want them in line with the chest. From here, you're going to pull gently outwards on that towel, just giving us a bit of activation through the upper body. We're then going to start to lift the shoulders, drive them back, drop them down, and bring them forward. So what we're doing here is rolling the shoulder blade around whilst keeping the arms nice and straight. Now, this might feel a little bit sticky or maybe even difficult to get into, but ultimately, as much as we can keep the arms straight, maneuver through the shoulder. Okay, that is your goal. We've got 2 more, up, back, down, and forward with the shoulder blade. Good, coming around for that last repetition, just taking a breather, drop the towel, maybe take the face side to side, make sure we haven't created any tension. We're gonna do that again, reversing the shoulder circle. So lifting those arms up, finding a little bit of activation, and this time what's gonna happen is we're gonna drive the shoulders back first, lift them up, and bring them forward. Now the tendency, especially in this direction, is to really exaggerate the forward and come into a little bit of a bend. It's not the end of the world if you find that happening, but just remember we're trying to isolate the shoulder, which means only the shoulder is moving, the spine and the arms or feet are remaining straight. Let's go for 2 more. And last one. And relax. Fantastic. You're going to drop that towel for a second. We're going to come back to the jaw because unfortunately, when we're concentrating so hard, we do create a little bit of tension where we don't want it. So we are just releasing through the jaw, gentle circles. Use this time to really relax through the rest of the face. Okay, so just closing the eyes for a couple seconds, taking a few deep breaths, softening it all out. We're here for another 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Relaxing that down. Fantastic. We're almost there. We're going for some isometric work with the arms and shoulders. So we're going to grab onto that towel, this time grabbing on just a little bit wider than the shoulders. And you're going to extend those arms out in front of you. Once they're here, you want to twist the palms to face one another. Make sure you've got a firm grip on that towel. From here, keeping the tiniest bend through my elbows, I'm going to pull that towel apart. So I'm creating an activation through the shoulders and through the arms, across the upper back, and we're holding this activation, okay? We really want to condition these shoulders a little bit. So we're holding it here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Relax the pull on the towel. If you can manage to keep your arms up, keep them up. If they need to drop and reset, that's not a problem. We've got 2 more sets to get through. So when you're ready, the spine is tall. Your palms are facing one another. Your elbows are soft. We're going to drive that towel out. It's like we're trying to pull it apart. Okay, as we're doing this, the spine remains nice and tall. I'm supported through the body. For another 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Relax, releasing the arms down if you feel you need to, otherwise just maintaining them at this hip level. We've got 1 more to get through. Here we go. Good grip on the towel. Palms face one another, straight through the spine, and we are pulling that towel apart, finding the activation into the arms, into the shoulders. The postural muscles are working really hard here to keep us nice and upright. Make sure you keep that face as soft as possible. We're here for 5, for 4, for 3, really pull out on that towel, for 2, and 1, relax. And this time you can drop that towel down and just relax those arms completely. Very good. All right, from here, you're gonna be sitting on that chair or standing up in your space, and we're just gonna open up the chest, okay? So we're gonna place our hands onto the lower back. All right, standing nice and comfortably. We're going to drive the elbows back towards one another and feel how that opens up the chest. Now, in this position, I might feel comfortable lifting my face to the ceiling. If that feels a little bit dangerous on the neck, then you can just keep it where it is. 3, 2, and 1. From that, you're going to relax completely and you're just going to slump forward, either into a ragdoll position if you're standing, or just over your legs if you are seated. Just allowing everything to fall into that flexion and totally relax. For 3, 2, and 1. Coming back into a tall seated or standing position. We're going to get those hands into the lower back again, opening up the chest, driving the elbows towards one another. Having a play with the positioning of the head, so maybe I feel a little bit more comfortable now to lift my face to the ceiling. Maybe I'd like to keep it here and just focus on driving the elbows towards one another. For another 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Relaxing that, we're not going to go into a slump. We're just going to find a relaxed but tall position, and we're going to end with a few deep breaths, incorporating a shoulder shrug. So inhale, I'm going to lift those shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, I'm going to drop them back and down. We go again. Inhale up. Exhale down. Coming in for your last one. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. And allowing them to relax completely. Thank you very much. Well done.